All right, this is DJ REM from Metal Devastation Radio, and I have the guys Pistols at Dawn on the call. How are you guys doing today?
What's up, dude?
Fantastic.
What's up, my brother?
Just sitting here rocking, man. Rocking, guys. So why don't we start, if you guys can all kind of introduce yourselves and your spots in the band.
Devin White, guitar player.
Chris Hodges, singer. Adam Jaffe, the drummer.
I'm Sean. I play bass in the House Trouble.
That's true. That is true.
Nothing wrong with troublemakers. That's good. That's good.
We have evidence. Check the new video.
Yes.
So speaking of that, the new album just dropped yesterday. So tell me a little bit about that.
So that was about a year in the making, just because of everything that was happening within the band and the pandemic, all that crap. We are happy as shit to finally have this thing out, because I mean, dude, we busted our ass for this album. I mean, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this thing, and we're all proud as hell about this album.
So it's 8 tracks. We recorded it here in Atlanta. We had it produced by Sylvia Massey, who did some of the biggest albums. She's a mega producer, did Tool's biggest albums, System of a Down, Johnny Cash. And so it was an honor to work with her. And then Maor Applebaum was our mastering engineer, who's done Faith No More, and he's incredible. And so kind of, as Devin was saying, everything we worked our living asses off to get this thing done and get it through. And then we went to the big dogs, and we were very fortunate with who we worked with. And it's 8 tracks. It's like 33 minutes. And if you just turn it on, go do a workout, go do a run, and it's gonna tear your ass up. You're gonna have a great time.
It's definitely all killer, no filler.
It's called Ascension, and it's out everywhere now.
Awesome. And where can people go? Where's the best place for people to go if they want to listen and or purchase the album?
Yeah, so it's available everywhere for digital downloads, streaming, every single site imaginable. Obviously, you can go to our Facebook page at Pistols at Dawn Band. You can go to our website, pistolsatdawnband.com, or our Instagram page at Pistols at Dawn Official, and you can find out every single detail.
Awesome. Then do you have physical copies for sale, or will you?
Yeah, man. Physical copies are available at Amazon right now. Just you can go straight to Amazon, or you can check any of the links on all of our pages. And obviously, we have them as well in house, and you can order them from us as well. And the band is actually signing the copies that are ordered from us.
Fantastic. And that's on CD, I'm assuming?
Yeah, those are on CDs.
Are we doing vinyl?
Also,
any thoughts on vinyl?
There it is. Thank you, Devin.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is a marathon for us. We're not one of those bands who's putting it, we worked really hard the last year to put this out. We're on we put it out through Megaforce Records. We've got tours coming up that are going to be announced, this, that, the other. This is a marathon. This album, we dropped it yesterday, but it's going to be around a while, and we feel very strong. It's hitting radio. We're on Media Base, you name it. And vinyl is definitely, I'd say, in the works.
Awesome. I'm a huge vinyl fan. I love buying, like, you guys put out on vinyl, I will buy it. Put it that way. That's how I love to support. Heck, right here, I haven't even opened it yet. I just got Sepultura.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So every time I go out of town, I'm like, what record stores are there, and how much money are they going to take from me? It's kind of how it turns out. So, but anyways, so awesome. You guys dropped the album. And you said you have a new video that you guys just launched like an hour ago.
Yeah, like 2 days it dropped.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that was a badass video to shoot. It's called Under the Surface. Great song. Love the song. We all had fun on the shoot.
Yeah, it was one of the more fun shoots that we've ever done. We were talking about it this morning, how it has this interesting ingredient of like dark and weird but comedic at the same time. And so there's this character about this video that makes it super fun to watch, but you can tell there's a dark kind of sinister undertone about it. And like the actors that we had to to do this video. If you go to watch it, it's basically set in an office setting, and they're fed up with their boss. They're going crazy, and they start just like throwing shit and going crazy. And literally, like, keyboards are flying across like we're having a duck, and like it's just the funnest video we've ever shot.
Yeah, we pretty much had to play in the middle of a mosh pit, if you like.
Yeah,
you know,
a mosh pit with like desks.
Yeah, it was awesome. They went complete Attica in the middle of it. It was amazing. You know,
awesome. You know, I was just thinking, you guys should think about. They just had it last weekend, but here in Michigan, in August is Michigan Metal Fest. You guys should see if you can get into that for next summer.
Oh, yeah.
If it's something you'd be interested in, I can actually put you in contact with the right people.
Make it happen.
Put us in contact with the right people. We're there. Consider it done. We will throw the fuck down.
Awesome.
I don't know if I can say it on your show, but we will throw the fuck down.
You can say whatever.
Can we say fuck?
You can say whatever you fucking want. God damn it. Oh, yeah. This is the beauty of internet radio, and you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Howard Stern.
That's right. So how long have you guys all been together as a band?
Okay. So I believe Adam and I started in 2015. It was myself, Adam, the guitar player, Mike Buffa, Billy Sullivan, and we were doing our thing, and then Mike Buffa, unfortunately, he ended up getting stage 4 lung cancer. He ended up passing away.
Oh man, sorry to hear about that.
It killed the band. You know what I mean? Like, not to get all overly dramatic, but you know, it was one of those things where I couldn't even look at a guitar for a year. You know, because he was like my best friend, fucking amazing guitar player, amazing songwriter, sweet person. It just killed it, you know. And Adam and I, we ended up, I don't know, doing our own thing in life. And I ended up moving back to Georgia from California, and called him up one day and was just like, "Hey, bud, you know, I'm bored. You wanna play?" You know, he was like, "Fuck yes, let's play." You know, and that's when we got this thing back together. And I mean, honestly, dude, it's been full throttle since then. You know, I mean,
we basically, after we got back together, we made a professional decision to take this as far as it can go, and it took us a while. We put out our first singles and engaged with millions all over the world. We put out our EP, picked up, obviously our publicists and PR, and did all these big things and that professional bands do. But the biggest thing was we put out a lot of music. We put out 8 videos during the pandemic. And by engaging so much, we created a really strong supporter base. And then leading into where we are now, we put together just a stellar group of guys. And we've got, a singer who's touched by the gods. When you hear Chris live and you see him live, you're going to see he's one of the best frontmen on the planet.
And then this fucking maniac over here,
this guy with the mohawk, the scary quiet one. He's a beast. And our new shredder guitarist, Will, is just out of control. He's fucking young Satriani. He's incredible. Yeah, and we just put our heads down and we decided this is it. We're doing it. We're going as far as we can go, and nothing's going to stop us. And that led us to you today.
Awesome. So did you mentioned earlier that you have live shows coming up? Did you have anything you can talk about for live shows that are booked?
No.
Nothing. Well,
so according to our contract, no. According to our contract, we can't say anything about anything. And in fact, I can't even infer that we're going on tour, but
we're going on tour.
There could be some interesting posts in the next couple of days. It's possible.
We will.
I can't what they're about tour, but I can't. But hey, there might be some interesting posts.
Well, we'll pay attention to that.
It might be with some big fucking bands, maybe.
Okay.
But here's the deal: we're gonna tour full time. I mean, the whole goal for us is to basically, this is the fucking cherry on top, my friend. We've been working our living ass off to get this shit out, the new videos out, everything's out. Mazel tov, time to go tour. Pistols at Dawn is ready to come to everywhere in Michigan and every other fucking Midwestern place, and everywhere on the West, the East Coast, Europe, Japan, fucking South America. We're on now.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking of another venue in Battle Creek, Michigan called the Music Factory. With art and entertainment, I think that you guys definitely, hopefully, get to play there. So
that is definitely on the list. So that's on the list of places we want to play.
Awesome. Yeah, that's like a half hour from me. So
nice.
I'll come watch you guys play live. I'll buy you a beer. How about that?
Let's go.
We'll buy you a beer.
We'll buy you a beer.
You'll need one.
And I'll even have a Jameson shot with you. How about that?
Okay, sold.
Excellent.
Sold. The huge whiskey fan. I think that's actually what I'm going to take. I think I'm taking a fifth of whiskey to this barbecue thing today. So.
Hell yeah. The only way to fly, man.
Dude, Devin had a fifth of whiskey this morning, dude. Shit.
Whatever it takes to get the day started, you know? No judgment here. So I also want to comment, because I noticed, or I was looking at the artwork for the new album, and it's badass. Who put that together for you guys?
Thank you.
So it was Devin's idea. When we did Nocturnal Youth, our EP, it was all about the pandemic and we were in the darkness and kind of in the pit of hell, let's put it that way. And it was about climbing our way out. When we did Ascension, we were cultivating the kind of what we were going to, ideas for, especially the cover and kind of the direction we wanted to go. We wanted to be very positive, and we're coming out of the pandemic and we're coming into the light. And if you look at the art, Devin had some really great ideas with just kind of how it's this kind of post-apocalyptic world that we're coming, things are getting better. Things are still messed up in many ways, but things are definitely getting better. And so you kind of have, if you look at a lot of the characters on the art, we had this really cool Moldovan artist, interestingly, and a lot of the characters, and this was Devin's idea, were half human and half skeletal. As they were coming into the light, they became human, coming out of the darkness, but they're still half skeletal, kind of in it with all the shit that's still going on. And so,
yeah, it's kind of a play on the cover of our EP, Nocturnal Youth. So, I mean, if you take Nocturnal Youth and you take Ascension and you kind of put them side by side, they kind of reference each other, which I thought was kind of cool. I like that kind of shit, So, yeah, it turned out great,
So we're all about positivity now. Yeah, we're all about it's all about moving forward and into the light. And then our next goddamn album, whenever the hell that comes out, we'll be in the goddamn clouds.
Nice. Well, as a music fan, I just really appreciate bands that put effort and time into their artwork and don't just put a picture of themselves kind of thing.
Here's the thing, dude, and Devin, I think Chris and Sean would say the same thing. We're rockers. We're old school fucking rockers. Like we grew up loving music and going to 1,000 concerts and loving the fireworks and the lasers. Even when we saw Metallica recently, just the explosiveness of their show, even at this point in their career, it's like, we want videos and cool ones. We want to do art and cool art. We're not here just to slap some fucking picture on a goddamn thing. We want it to be cool as shit because we are, Chris would tell you, and he can elaborate, but we're fucking music lovers.
Yeah, I miss the days where you could open up a CD. So I grew up, the 90s was the thing. So you could open up the CD and it was like a 10-panel story that you could tell with just artwork. So you didn't just get music, you got like visuals and you got a story that went along with it. And I actually miss those days a lot, man. I had all those albums. You could, could read the whole story for weeks and find something new in an art piece or the words in the album. I mean, I miss those days, dude. So bringing the art back to music is really important for this band.
Yeah, no, I understand. I get that. Here's a couple CDs that I got. Let It Rot's one of the bands, but a couple CDs I got at Michigan Metal Fest last week. I'm still, digital is nice for the convenience, but when I'm sitting in my home's office here listening to music, I want to be able to, I want, like, here's Megadeth 13 I just got, I want to be able to open it up. I want to be able to pull out the liner and look at it while I'm listening to the music.
See, that's the thing. You want the experience, and that's what we're trying to bring back to music, because right now it seems like music is all about quantity and not quality. And God bless the DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music, but man, like if we could take this back and sit in a home and pop this on a record or pop this on a CD player that was the highest quality of music streaming that you could possibly have, you know, let's go back to that. Let's have an experience.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay, shameless plug time for you guys. Where can people go to find out more about the band, listen to the music? If you haven't been able to tell, I like to plug this a lot during an interview. So,
dude, we're happy to plug. We love to plug
away.
So, pistolsatdawnband.com. You'll find everything, all the links, etc. Pistols at Dawn Band on Facebook, at Pistols at Dawn Band on Facebook, at Pistols at Dawn Official. And you can find us on every digital service provider. This morning, Ascension, 8 tracks, 32 minutes, and it will kick your ass. It's worth it. And just tell your friends, and definitely check out our new videos for The Truth, which has killer effects. Fly, it's a dedication to fucking girl power. And our newest one this morning, Under the Surface. If you ever wanted to tear the fuck up, tear an office the fuck up, this is the fucking video for you. If you like Office Space, if you like Fight Club, if you like Joe versus the Volcano, those twisted dark offices, and you just wanted to fuck some shit up, and we've got this killer ass song produced by Sylvia Massey. Check our album out this morning and tell everybody.
And we may or may not have a big announcement for tour
on Monday.
On Monday.
Or may not.
But we may not.
But we may not.
We may not. By contract, we probably don't. But we may.
But we might.
Well, the good thing is this interview is going to have links to your Facebook and your website and all that kind of stuff. So they'll be able to go look and see whatever may or may not show up. So
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't even say that. But we may have a tour.
You can just blame it on me. That's all good.
Fine.
I'm not contractually obligated to anybody. So
we'll buy you two Jamesons then.
Yeah.
There we go. So, you know, one of the things that I love when I'm talking to bands, you know, and the members like yourselves, is I'm always curious what kind of influences you guys had growing up that kind of got you into metal and got you to kind of where you are. And I don't just mean like, what did you listen to? But I'm also curious, you know, did you have a family member that loved music that was like, hey, listen to this? For example, for me, my mom had Black Sabbath Paranoid on vinyl.
Wow.
That's what got me into metal, you know. So, and some people have, you know, their dad was in the band. So I'm curious to know kind of for each of you, kind of what kind of helped push you musically.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. For me, it was probably just my fellow degenerate friends that introduced me to, the grunge bands of the 90s. And then I got into thrash metal of the 80s, and then eventually into to extreme metal and stuff like that. So,
dude, Sean has played with some big ass metal bands.
He's actually got metal street cred. He was in Goat Whore.
He was in Goat Whore.
Yeah. I had.
Wow! I love that band, by the way.
Yeah. I had a little brief stint with them. Played with some other death metal bands. Toured alongside, the greats, the Cannibal Corpses, the Black Dahlia Murders, and stuff like that. Honed my chops there as a youngster, and ended up here with these.
Now he's in mainstream rock.
Yeah. Couldn't be happier about it.
What about y'all?
I have an interesting relationship with music and pop culture because I grew up in a very secluded. I grew up in the Bible Belt at the South in Texas, and so I couldn't listen to music. I couldn't watch TV. I was basically secluded in this little bubble, and I had to sneak all my music in, kind of like a jail sneaks. You sneak some drugs in through your asshole. That's basically what I had to do with music.
He keistered it.
I keistered that shit. And, so I ended up with a weird conglomerate of like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Boyz II Men, Rage Against the Machine, Slayer. Like whatever I could get a hold of was what I would listen to. And so you can really hear it with my weird obsession with this eclectic group of music that I listen to. You can hear it in my influences whenever I perform and whenever I sing. So that's kind of my experience with it.
Awesome.
Devin's just a metalhead.
Well, I mean, I blame a lot of it on my dad. He was the one that introduced me to the Black Sabbath 4, which, for the record, is the best Black Sabbath record, right? In my opinion.
It's good stuff.
He got me into Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin 2 is the album that I taught myself how to play guitar off of. So I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan. Yeah, my old man is the one that kind of bestowed me with this gift of music. You know what I mean? And then I kind of took it a step further and went into the Panteras and the Megadeths and the, you know, dude, I'll listen to anything. You know what I mean? Except for country and rap. But you know, I just love music, man. I really do. I mean, it's an amazing media form. I love it. You know.
Props to your dad.
I'm a child of the grunge era. You name it. I mean, the '80s fucking '80s rock music like Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, AC/DC. Going back to AC/DC, Van Halen. You know, Living Color, Jane's Addiction. I mean, just. I mean, that's how I got into drumming. Was I was playing along with everybody, you know. And just being able to play along with all their tracks, it just gave me really good time and meter, and just going to a billion concerts like those. And I used to keep the ticket stubs on the wall, and you know, I was one of those kids, and just couldn't get enough. And like Devin said, I mean, we're rockers. We plug and play. You know, we don't use a bunch of tracks or anything, and we like to keep it old school.
Fantastic. And speaking of your Bible Belts thoughts, I just had to double check the date so I didn't get it wrong. On why don't they have the date on here? Anyways, in Tennessee in October is Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Festival. It is in Lexington, Tennessee, right in the middle of your conservative Christian evangelicals. They're all up in an uproar because of this big music festival that Metal Devastation Radio is putting on. And
I think that's only like 3 hours north of us. I think Lexington. That's not too far away.
You know what's great about that is a beautiful place to market a heavy metal, because what's going to happen is you're going to have all these Christian conservative groups coming out there picketing, signs, all this stuff. And it actually enhances the promotion of what's happening.
Yeah, they've gotten so much free promotion from it because on social media they're all up in arms. And I just saw they got freaking Texas Roadhouses coming now to sell food. I mean,
absolutely, man. I love that. I don't think they realize how good of promotion that actually is.
Yeah, so if you guys are in the area, you should I think it's October 8th is the date for the fest. Let me check calendar real quick here and I can confirm that.
Have you seen that metal meme of that dude that's holding up a sign that says, you know, people burn in hell, and this other metalhead has an arrow pointed at this guy saying, fuck this guy.
Yep.
We'll be with a sign that says, fuck this guy.
Yep. They've actually used that meme. Some people that are helping promote the festival have actually used that meme because they've kind of labeled the satanic panic because somebody in social media was like, oh my God, they're going to open a portal to hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Sweet.
So all it's been fantastic. So yeah, so if you guys are in the area and it's only 3 hours away, you should attend. It's
we'll walk through that portal, bro.
Yeah, we'll walk through it together. We'll go on this journey together, my man.
Ride the lightning.
So is there anything else about the band, anything else about the things that you can talk about that are coming in the future that you want to make sure the listeners, the fans know?
You know, this is the cherry on top. Well, the cherry on top for us is getting to this album with these videos. There's going to be more videos coming. You stay tuned. We post incessantly. We engage incessantly, and there will be a ton of additional media and whatnot that comes out. But the biggest thing for us is just to go tour everywhere. So just stay tuned for tour announcements. And that's where, you know, one of our great goals will be to come to Michigan and everywhere else around Michigan to just tear some shit up. I mean, that's what we're all about right now is touring. But stay tuned. There's a lot of media coming.
Awesome. Well, best of luck. Definitely will be keeping track of that. Hopefully you guys make it to the Music Factory, because I will be there if you guys make it, if you guys come through. So, but yeah, it just thanks again, guys. It's been great. Reminder, there'll be links in the video for people to check out more about the band. So we'll have all that there, and then yeah, we'll go from there. And
we're honored that you had us today.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much for taking the time, man.
We'll come back anytime you'll have us. So please.
Awesome. Yeah, this is you know, I get the unique privilege, I call it, with doing this, with being a metal DJ and getting to talk to bands, and being connected with all the different promoters and everything that I'm connected with. Shout out to Tom, of course, for setting this up.
So this morning, after you get off with us, right, go to the new video, crank it up, because you're a metal fan. This is one of our more metalish tracks, Under the Surface. Crank it up loud.
Well, and actually, you'll appreciate this too. The build up to the bridge is kind of an homage to the Black Sabbath 4 era. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Crank it up loud and just enjoy the living shit out of it.
Don't be afraid to flip a table if you feel compelled.
Yeah, right. Flip a table, throw something.
You know, it's
just record it and tag us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, guys, much appreciated once again, and yeah, we'll be on the lookout for what else is to come with you guys, and we'll keep in touch, and definitely we'll love to have you guys back on. You know, when it makes sense for you guys as a band. I always like to try to time it with things that'll help promote you. So whatever makes sense, you guys. You know, if something's coming up and you're like, hey, now would be a good time to get an interview, just hit me up direct and we'll set it up. So.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
See you.
Later, bro.
Take care.
out.
Peace.